G'day, and welcome to Diecast Labs Australia. Today we are starting on our viewer's choice. Now, during January we had a choice of 4 vehicles, and this was the winner. So let's roll it in. And we shall take a closer look at it. So let me push it into the garage and we'll be right back. So we've been able to push it into the garage. And here it is. Now we'll delve into seeing what it really looks like, and we'll get a good close-up look at it. So here we have our Moscvitch, or Moscvitch, whatever you like to call it, made in the USSR. If the camera will focus for you. It's 143 scale. So I've had this casting for quite some time and pondered as to what I'm going to do with it. Came in a job lot. In any case, okay, as you can see, paint is quite gone. The rear bumper is broken. The window unit is in good condition. It's missing the front bumper, grille, headlights, bonnet. Excuse me. It does have all its 4 tyres. Whether I keep them or not, that is for you to wait and see later on. So it's time to take our casting apart, held in by a screw. A little thing put in our screw there. Lift up our base. It has a wire suspension. No steering. And our tyres are there. I think one axle might be bent. So we'll see how it plays out a little bit later. They may pull off, they may not, but we'll check that out later. The rear bumper has little springs. Just an either end you push in on the outside. So we'll put it in there, we'll keep it for the moment. Let's see, maybe we can do something else with the bumper. Our interior. Nice and clean. I like to put a black dashboard. Okay. We have a piece of greenery. We'll come back to that. And our window unit just pops out. It is in one piece. And I think it'll clean up very nicely. There's the casting again. So all the pillars are there. So I'm assuming it's coming out of the engine somewhere. But let me have a look if I'm not putting a shadow, too much of a shadow over the top. Whoops. Out just fell the engine. Look at that. So we'll put that in there. So that's the car disassembled. We shall be back in a moment. Surprise! And you thought we'll go and be at the strippers. Well, I have another surprise for you. I held off on doing this vehicle because you can't get spare parts for them. So I've gone out and purchased a vehicle where we can make parts from. Now, this is the panel van version, and that's the estate or station wagon version. There's the details on it. Same as on the basis what the other one is. So, again, we'll take this one apart fairly quickly. Now, mind you, this isn't in pristine condition. Might look like it, but it is actually broken. As in, the bonnet is broken because it's missing the hinge, because these bonnets open this way. So there's the bonnet, and it does fit in this one. If one more fingers gets his act together. Yeah, just needs, maybe it's been hit on this side here. So anyway, so again, we're taking the screw out. Base comes off. This has plastic suspension. Again, just like before, to get the bumper out, just give that a little bit of a press on the outside of each, so that we can put that there. Take the interior out. Sounds like Midsummer Murders is about to come on as I'm murdering this. There's our window unit. Now, there's our bumper. Okay, we need to take note that this groove part here, where's the camera? There it is. This groove part goes to the bottom of the vehicle. And our lights come out. And we have the same thing So that must be that came out. Same part as the green one. Yes, it is. So there's that. Our engine pops through a little hole. And there is this one apart. All right. That's going into the strippers. This one we need to make some parts from. The parts we need to make is the bonnet, the front lights and grille, the front bumper, and the rear bumper. So, where should we go first? Should we go to the strippers first, or do we go into the workshop and make some parts? Well, you're going to have to stick around to find out. Okay, excuse me. We've made replacement parts or missing parts from another casting of the Moscvitch. Here are the original parts. We've used the Paul Restorer method of using clear liquid silicone rubber, and then using the clear UV hard resin and putting it into the wash and cure machine, or using the curing part using the UV light to make our parts. So here they are prepped, and it does fit very nicely. The same thing with if Fumble Fingers gets his act together. You should be able to see that that's not a bad representation. So these are still got to be painted, and so we'll set them aside. So I now have molds, so I can do more of these. So maybe if other people need them, let me know in the comments below, and we'll sell you something. All right, let's move on to the next step, which is going to the strippers. Well, here we are again at the world famous Diecast Labs stripping venue. We've selected our participant, and now we're having our strippers. And strippers are called the caustic soda. There we go. And what they like to do is they like to cover our participant, and they like to use a 1/8 cup, and because they like to have participation, it's all like playing with our participant, but they also like to have some hot water just to make things a lot easier. So here we come. Now we'll put enough water in to cover the casting. And by putting the caustic soda in first, as you can see, there's an explosion or reaction when it comes in contact with boiling water. A lot of the other YouTubers do it the opposite way around. They boiling water first and then the caustic soda, and it constantly overflows. In my early videos, that's how I used to do it as well, and had the same reaction. But there was a lot of mess to clean up. Then I tried this method, and I found it much easier for things to be controlled. I don't have as many overflows as we're doing the swishy dance. And as you can see, the paint has come off in sheets on here. It's just a better method without ruining a table or things like that. Anyway, enough waffling. We're hopefully all going to be naked very soon. Okay, the strippers have had their fun. Now we need to do a clean up as to what we've done with the strippers. So we're going to use our brass bristle brush and our scourer, which has got a hole in it. That's all right. So all we're going to do, brass bristle brush, is go like that. Takes the burnish off. Other YouTubers like to use their Dremel tool with a rotary thing on the end of it. It's what works for them. You've got to find out what works for you. This works for me. Then we use that. Comes up nice and clean. I'll do the rest of this off camera, and we'll see you shortly. Now, here we are with our viewer's choice Moscvitch for the viewer build for the month of February. So what have we done with it? We've stripped it, we've repainted it, we've made mould to cast the missing or broken parts, like the rear bumper we've made the front grille, the front bonnet and the front bumpers on this, and we made a mould from this particular vehicle. So I'm happy with the results. There can be some improvements still to be done with it, but for me, I'm happy with that because it's part of my own creation for this. So for those that voted for this vehicle, thank you very much, and hope to catch you next time at Diecast Labs. But on another note, we'll just put this aside for the moment. On a sad note, I found out that our good friend Martin there has gone to better places. So rest in peace, Martin. sympathies go to your wife and kids, and you'll be very sorely missed by the community and by me. All right. Again, on that note, we'll close the channel today. The next video to be released will be a tribute to Martin D, and it will be a dinky toy. So we'll say bye now from Diecast Labs, and we'll say a nice farewell to Martin D.